Okay, the next thing we're learning to do is how to store new words or phrases in our LAMP Empower Words for Life vocabulary. And the first thing you want to do is make sure, does the word exist? So when you go to spell mode right here, you'll see this purple one pops up that says Word Finder. And when you touch Word Finder, then you can spell any word. Like if I spell the word eat and then I hit right here where it says search, if it's in there, it pops up right here. And I love this little guide me feature. So then if you touch guide me, look how nice this is. Everything else is grayed out, but this one's brighter. And then I touch it, I see the second one's brighter. It teaches me where that word is. So I really like that. So before you store a word, you want to make sure, does it already exist? Because it's really hard for people to learn words in many locations and have one person teaching you it this way and another way. There's a lot of other reasons, but that's one of the rules of LAMP is a word stored in there one time. And that's really for segmentation and again for learning, which is another subject. But let's just go to spell mode, hit Word Finder, and spell the word John. Search, and sure enough, no results. So now we know we want to store my name in there, John. So first, does it already exist? No, John does not exist. Then we want to take a little bit of time to look where it should go. And then we want to also look, when we're storing it, where visual perceptually makes the most sense to make it easy, making the motor plan more unique. So a lot of people will use this my for storing names, but I want to give you a couple reasons to reconsider this. It's not a bad spot, but when you hit my, see all these buttons are used, so it's not very clean. So there's words like mail and copy and write in there.
Right.
Some people will store the family one, but you see you get mom and dad, but there's an awful lot of buttons being used. Some people will store this people one down here where these people are walking together, they're friends, but it's got words like man and men and boy, but look at all the locations again used. So by design, we put this one here and color-coded it blue because names are important. People write names on envelopes and get mail with your name on it. But the nice part is when you touch this button, all the locations are empty. Now, I always want you to try, this isn't like you have to do this part, but it'll really pay off in the end. So the reason why John, see the word bad is over here in the corner? Because it's bad. So the word bad is right here. So by design, bad's in the corner. But when I touch mine, because I was bad in school and spent my whole life in the corner, and visual perceptually it's isolated by the device in the corner, it's a real easy spot to find. So for all the reasons, I can now store John as this location plus where this is going to be. And it is best to put a generic picture of John there so I can use it with other Johns I meet in the future. And sometimes people use real icons for their friends and family, that's fine too. But if you're thinking about the long term where you're going to meet many Johns in your life, you'd want to just store John. And I know it's a leap here, but you wouldn't store John H or John D, because once you store John D, then it can't be used for driving a John boat. I know it's over the top information there for just how to store, but it is important you understand why we store things the way we do. So I hit the mine one time. I see this faraway location that motorically is unique and easy to touch and see, and it has an association to the first icon. So now I'm ready to store John right here. So once I can see that blank location, I now hit menu. I then hit editor, makes sense, I'm editing. Then I hit edit again, and it says, where do you want to edit? And I love this way, this is great, and you can still see that location. So you touch there, and now you say right here, you say, I want to change that. I want to add the word, and make sure you do a cap, like a shift, J-O-H-N. You don't have to remember the space, which I love. Hit finished. Now your label would be John. And there's a bunch of John Hancock type things that pop up here, but I really want to change my symbol right here. And when I search for a symbol, I want to do man. So when I look for man, I love this second guy, he looks just like me. So he's gray haired and about my age. So you get finished, you see it shows me there. So now I hit save. And forever and ever, for the rest of my life, whenever I meet a John, I can hit that button plus that button.
John.
And it doesn't change. It's that plus that.
John.
Now, since COVID's been going on, my wife is getting awfully tired of me being home, and she is just bored with me. So down here in the far corner, because motorically that'd be far away from this one, it would have a border making it easy to find. She's important, and it has an association to this symbol. So I'm going to store this plus this empty location as Cindy. So to see that again, I would make sure it's not in there. I know it's not, but I go to Word Finder, I would spell Cindy, and sure enough, it's not there. So now I'd come up with the reason why I stored it where I did. I touch this, I see the blank location. I now hit Menu, I hit Editor, I hit Edit again, I touch that blank location, and I touch here where it says Message, Shift, Cindy, and then I say Finished. Now I go, there's a nice picture here, but I'm going to pick a different one. There's a nice one here. She won't like either one of those, so I'm going to go to Symbol. I'm going to hit WOM, and this is a little trick. Don't spell the whole thing out. Just spell a few letters because you get more symbols that way. And this is a nice generic picture of someone who has hair color like hers. And I know I'm kind of quirky. You don't have to be as quirky as me, but I love more generic symbols for generalization in the future. So from now on, anytime I want to say Cindy, I hit this, and in visual perceptually, it's far way down here in the corner, easy for me to see because it gave me a border.
Cindy.
And now you see how to store. Sometimes people, like when we hit the My, we have one that says,
My name is.
We intended on you changing that to a picture of a girl or another picture of a boy if you wanted it to be older or something. But we intended you to change that phrase to My name is John. So since I can see that location, I now hit the Menu, Editor, Edit again, touch that location, touch here, and just add the space, JOHN. Now I always got to do my shift. I forget to do it with my up there. And then I would say Finished. If you wanted, again, change your symbol to a picture of a man, say Finished. And now I have the phrase. Make sure the parents give you permission to put their personal information in there. But now I have the My, and name is John.
My name is John.
I just want to show you one more thing, because a lot of people talk about storing speeches, and I love the way you can do this. I love using the yes, like you're real proud of yourself. So when you hit the yes, then you could store the first line of the speech right here. My name is John Halloran. And then after you touch that one, you'd hit yes, and the second line is I live in Little Rock, Arkansas. So again, it's really simple. You touch the first half, see the button you want to program, hit Menu, hit Edit again, touch the location, spell your message. That caps is giving me trouble because I'm using my mouse back and forth.
My name is John.
And I'm not going to worry about the capitalization, and I'm going to change my symbol to a picture of a man. Well, actually, that was my first speech. I'm going to change that. I'm going to go to the 1. That's my first line of my speech. That's number 1. So I could have each line. So now I can hit Save. So now you can see I have this nice ability to have a speech where I hit this, and then my name is
John.
Then when I hit this, the next number 2 would say I live in Little Rock, and 3 would say I've been married 29 years. You get the idea. Okay, I hope that helps you learn how to store messages and store some phrases in there when appropriate. Thank you.